This is me, Tino here, aka Tino, and today on Tino Talks, I want to talk about a documentary that I just recently watched. Video Game, the movie. Yeah. So I just recently watched a documentary. I remember hearing about this movie through like Facebook and gaming sites and other stuff like that. I remember, I didn't exactly remember it was being on Kickstarter or not, but I did remember some of my friends telling me about this movie, and I watched the trailer on YouTube. I was really excited to watch it because, oh my god, it's a really cool video game documentary, and of course, me being the gaming guy here, you know, I really like games, so of course I wanted to watch it. So what was funny was that I was actually just testing out my internet capabilities on my Nintendo Wii. I just recently have a new internet setup and decided to watch some Netflix because I never really watched Netflix on the Wii. And lo and behold, I didn't even know it, it's on Netflix, so I watched it. So I watched the movie, or documentary, and I have to say that I really enjoyed it. The movie really captures like how fun video games can be, and just the wonderment of what video games is. I do like the history that it tells, and is trying to cover, you know, the bases of, you know, or the basics of video game history and how it first started. It was really neat, showing off like what was the first video game, and apparently like Space War was the first video game. I thought it was Tits from 2, but and it's great, like just looking back through at least a condensed kind of version of video game history, just looking how the very first video game was made, and just the technological advancements that gaming had been through. It's actually quite amazing, just like kind of looking back at gaming and saying like, wow, damn, like all these games, like it's awesome. So while watching, you know, the documentary, I'm just really like happy just watching it and just kind of reminiscing about, you know, games and like just how cool games are, because really the movie is pretty much like 4 games and like how great it is, the history, the culture. You know, they did some pieces where it connected with people. They briefly touched on like violence and video games and stuff, but they tried to defend themselves about it. And it was also really cool seeing industry guys like Cliffy B and Hideo Kojima and Nolan Bushnell and all the other like gaming industry guys there. And it was also kind of weird seeing like different actors there too. Like Will Wheaton is in it, which is interesting because I don't really remember Will Wheaton being in any like or working in any gaming kind of related thing, but I guess, you know, he's a known guy, so, you know, might as well just stick him in the documentary. Whatever. So, again, I just really liked how the movie kind of really makes you feel good to be a gamer, which I really like, because it's great just like picking out all the different like gaming footage that they use. And throughout the movie, I was just kind of looking for the gaming footage and saying like, oh, that's Gears of War, oh, that's Unreal Tournament, oh, that's Mario, oh, that's Pac-Man. It's actually kind of fun to just kind of quiz myself and see like how many games I could name just looking at the gaming footage. So that's one thing I really liked about the documentary. So while watching the documentary, they were covering pretty much like a basic history of gaming, which is great because at least for the non-gaming crowd, it's great to just get like a basic understanding of what gaming is and how it evolved, which I think that is how they were trying to portray the documentary being, as a general history of gaming. Because then I looked up some reviews of the movie or the documentary, and some people were kind of a little bit discouraged about the fact that it didn't really cover a whole lot of topics in a way, or a lot of detailed topics. So there was no discussion about the Dreamcast, there's no discussion about the Super Nintendo and Genesis War, Not really sure if there was like a whole lot of discussion about PC gaming. There was some stuff about like a little mention of Steam in a way. But from what I got from the documentary, it was pretty much just like, hey, this is what gaming is. Here's the advancements. Here's some little technical jargon that we'll explain to you, the audience. And like, hey, gaming is a art form and is a media to be respected in a way, because like it is a really hard art form to make and to perfect and to do great games and all that jazz, compared to all the other media like music and books and novels and books and novels, yeah, and just everything else. Also in the documentary, they did touch on the future of gaming with talking about indies and also like new technology in gaming like the Oculus Rift. And it's kind of interesting to just look at what the future of gaming could be. They also talked about the cloud storage. And wow, it's kind of weird to think what gaming would be in like 30 years or so. Because like I can't even imagine, like, I remember back in 2006, the Wii being so revolutionary and stuff, and it was like, oh, will this be like the next kind of big thing in gaming, is motion controls? And well, we still have controllers at least, but hey, maybe Oculus Rift might be that really big thing, but it is still a little bit daunting in a way. Just kind of like thinking up of what the future of gaming could be. So all in all, I really did enjoy the documentary Video Games the Movie, and it was just kind of fun. I think it's probably one of my new favorite documentaries actually, because it is very fan servicey, pretty much. And from what I read online of just some certain reviews, mainly through IMDb, pretty much they were just disappointed of not getting enough detail and enough information. And yeah, I kind of agree, because like I want to know more about gaming and stuff. But if you ever wanted to introduce someone to the world of gaming, Video Game the Movie is pretty good to start off with. So I pretty much just recommend Video Games the Movie. It's very fan servicey, yeah, and if you're a really big video game fan, then you might learn only like one or two things, and you probably already know most of the stuff that they're going to talk about in the film. But it's pretty fun to watch, at least just to kind of take in all the great things that gaming has to offer. Again, it's just a really good feel-good movie, or a feel-good documentary if you're a gamer. So that's my recommendation. Definitely go watch it if you're a gamer. Definitely try to show it off to someone, to at least explain your love of gaming to someone that doesn't exactly know how big gaming is. So this is me, Tino, and thanks for watching.